come to a place beyond imagination, before time began, when mortals dared walk with the gods and beauty first tempted evil. A time when heroes were born. Romance, evil, monsters, heroes, and legends come to life. A new dimension in television entertainment. Clash of the Titans.
Saturday night at 8 on Channel 11.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gen X Lounge, the bi-weekly podcast where we discuss the pop culture of today and look back at the pop culture of yesterday. Mostly we just shoot the shit. This is episode Big 7-0. And I am Brian, and joined with me tonight we have... You'll not see nothing like the mighty Quinn.
How's it going, fellas?
Hey, Quinn.
The mighty Quinn.
And as you heard, we also have Bolo.
Hey, what's going on, party people?
Hey, Bolo.
Hey, pleasure to see you guys.
And lastly, but not mostly, not leastly,
you sure? Come on.
Nothing's gonna stop him. I loved at the end of the Odyssey when that played, because that was really the theme of the Odyssey.
You know, it's surprising, but yeah, it just seemed to work really well.
It really worked well with the whole theme of the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Incredible twist.
Yeah, it was something.
It fit for every character.
Yeah, the slow montage of all the action sequences over the credits with that playing was... Christopher Nolan is truly a genius. Yes, episode 70. We are going to talk about the Odyssey, which is the movie sensation that is sweeping the nation. Apparently, it is Tuesday. It has been released for like 5 days, and it's right around $300 million worldwide already. So, good job, Odyssey. Before we can talk about that, we got some other things to talk about. Not a lot though. It's basically like big trailer, big movie, big back in the day. And that's kind of where we're at. But before we do that, we do have a previously on Gen X Lounge. You may remember in the last episode when we counted out the top 10 songs. And many of them were somewhat unrecognizable.
And somewhat surprising.
And somewhat shocking to the panel. And Quinn did some research after the episode and discovered that those are the top 10 songs for the United Kingdom for the week of whatever it was, 1996.
Oh dear God!
I just found it odd that the Three Lions soccer fight song was included in the top 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, got curious.
So the real top 10, and I do not have the songs, but they were number 10. Was Celine Dion, Because You Loved Me, which was on ours, to be fair. Number 9 is Eric Clapton, Change the World. That was not on ours.
No.
Donna Lewis, I Love You Always and Forever. That was not on there. Color Me Bad, The Earth, the Sun, the Rain.
There we go.
That was not on there. La Bouche, Sweet Dreams.
Oh, wow.
Natalie Merchant, Jealousy. Man, what a great song. I wish that had been. I wish I had played that instead of that stupid soccer fight song.
That whole album was good.
Yeah. Jewel, Who Will Save Your Soul. Fugees.
Again, this is making a lot more sense right
it's now. A lot better, right? The Fugees, which was the number 1 song in the UK that week, Killing Me Softly, it was number 3.
Oh, shit.
Number 2, Tracy Chapman, Give Me One Reason.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Makes a lot more sense.
That's a good song. Yeah.
Makes a lot more sense. And number 1 was Alanis Morissette, You Learn.
Fuck yeah. From Jagged Little Pill. That's the album that good.
So there's
no
the
Macarena?
No Macarena and no Spice Girls.
That's actually surprising.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I did not pull the samples from them because I was ashamed.
All right, everybody. Well, tune in next time on Gen X Lounge
What
for
will
the
I
UK
fuck up?
Top 10.
Yeah, well, and next time we're gonna do the top 10 in Ireland of
Yes.
1993.
Also, just asking, was that for July or January?
That was for July.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Well,
It was
there
definitely
you go,
for-
Brian. Maybe
Now
that's
I don't
the
know. See,
next
now
one.
you're making me question everything that I've ever believed. So I don't know.
That's
Maybe
that is the direction of the podcast right there. You're just going to give the top 10 in a random country in the world.
I'm also going to fact check that, and if it's January, I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, you sent me the link, so I have to go. If you go back in the chat, it's somewhere in that link. And then also real quick,
I sent you the link for the one you used, not for,
it
not
was
for
literally
the
the
one you
one.
just gave.
It was literally the one I used. I know it's insane. Yeah. So also, just real quick, because I saw it just a minute ago, and it ties in with the big trailer we're going to talk about.
Are you ready for some football?
Uh-oh.
Disney has announced a partnership with NFL, where all of the NFL teams will be represented by a Disney character. And you'll be able to buy merch and jerseys and all kinds of stuff. And the Eagles of Philadelphia got Dr. Doom, which makes me so happy.
It was them or the Jets, I guess.
Yeah, Quinn, I could not figure out who yours was. I did look. Dutch, yours is Wreck-It Ralph.
Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck you.
No, but it really is.
I know, but fuck you. Fuck you and fuck this. You know what? I'll talk to you guys later. I'm done. I'm off.
I would like to see Wreck-It Ralph versus Dr. Doom. I think that'd be interesting.
That would think it'd be a good fight. Yeah.
That is epically hysterical.
Yeah, there's no way I'm not buying some sort of Dr. Doom Eagles merch, because that is so good. Yeah,
Take my money now.
Yeah,
I almost bought an $11 shirt off machine that had Dr. Doom that had a great print.
Yeah, well,
but now I'm gonna wait.
Now you can pay $45 for one that has the Eagles logo and Dr. Doom.
Yes, I'm gonna save that $11 and put that towards that 45.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this happen.
That's it. That's how little you think you're gonna pay for this?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be expensive.
That'll be for a T-shirt, you know.
In the mid 50s, at least.
Yeah. I will not get a jersey with Dr. Doom on it.
Yeah, I also saw the Commanders is the piggy bank from Toy Story. Like some of these teams really got shafted. I'm not gonna lie. The Patriots got Captain America though, which is bullshit.
That fits.
It does fit, but still, it's bullshit. If I would assume the Falcons got Falcon. I would hope. But maybe they got Mr.
Are
Potato
you
Head.
sure?
I don't know. I did look for the Steelers, but when I Googled it, I just got a bunch of like random, Steelers, like Mickey Mouse,
and you just gave up right after that.
And I was like, well, that's enough research for me.
I feel like Iron Man would be the
dude. If it's not or War Machine,
actually,
apparently
it is. Hang on, come on.
Do I have a drum roll? Hang on.
Come on.
Hang on.
Fuck AI.
That was your cue. Hang on.
Dude.
No pressure.
Come on.
Still waiting.
Okay, hang on. Go.
One more again.
I still got nothing.
Well, audience, it's time for you to do your own research.
Probably for the best anyway.
Yeah, 45 minutes from now, Bolo will bust in and be like, "Oh, by the way, the Steelers is it's Bucky."
I am legitimately good for that.
Yeah.
Sorry in advance, folks.
Yeah,
I'm always late to the party.
Yeah.
Why are the Commanders the piggy bank?
Because they were always the offensive line was the Hogs.
So
okay,
from what I'm seeing here, the Cowboys got Woody.
Yeah, they got Woody. I knew that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I know
that makes sense.
I know the NFC East ones because I saw in an NFC East.
Why the fuck do the Bills get the Beast? Fuck this.
Oh yeah, the Bills got Beast.
That's pretty good.
Bro, you got Wreck-It Ralph.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, you could do worse than Wreck-It Ralph, I think.
You could do worse, but you could do a lot better.
You definitely do better.
The Buccaneers got Captain Hook.
The Raiders got Darth Vader.
I was just gonna say.
There's no giant in the Disney catalog.
It should have been the big giant at Mickey Mouse in the Mickey Mouse
How
and the
about-
Beanstalk.
Wait,
The big
where's the-
doopy giant.
hang on a second.
I guess the Iron Giant is not Disney.
I
I
was
don't think
looking
so,
that up. Like,
no.
who has the Iron Giant?
I'd have been pissed if the Giants got the Iron Giant, quite frankly.
That literally would have been, but I don't know.
As cool as it is that we got Doctor Doom, I'd have felt a little.
No, that makes sense.
Twinge
The
of
Iron Giant
annoyance.
is at Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
They could have
Well, you know,
done Giant Man,
As a fun activity, we should
Ant-Man
do
variant.
what DC characters would all the football teams get. Tune in next episode and we'll do that.
Yeah. We would get Steel, probably,
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah.
That would be god
from the
awful.
creative minds.
Who's the DC equivalent of Wreck-It Ralph? The Giants would get
The
Giants
Zack,
get played.
the Zack Snyder Superman.
They get Mr. Mixelplex.
Now that's more of an Eagles thing right there.
Mr. Mixelplex?
The little imp.
Yeah. All right, let's do news that you can use. I don't know where any of my buttons are. All right, on a shitty note, we do have an RIP, and it is for Kaylee. I'm going to try to pronounce her last name correctly. It's Kaylee. It's either Hottle or Hottle.
Pretty sure it's Hottle.
Hottle, yeah. She is in both of the Godzilla and Kong movies. She is a little deaf girl who communicates with Kong. Yeah, Gia. She communicates with Kong, and then in the second movie, she's like one of Mothra's priestesses. Died in a car accident yesterday in Maryland at age 18. Yeah, terrible. Just man, so fucking cute, and especially in that first Kong movie. Oh my god, she's adorable in that first Kong movie. And ironically, I just randomly for no reason watched Godzilla Kong Supernova over the weekend. I just randomly put it on.
No, you did not. That movie has not come out yet.
Not Supernova. What the hell is it called? Frost World?
New Empire?
Iceland? New Empire? Yeah.
Why would you watch that movie?
I don't know. I was just like, you know what? I haven't seen this since me and Quinn saw it in the theaters. Let me put it on.
Although Godzilla versus Kong was actually on TNT last night.
Yeah. You know, like she's very good in both of those movies. And she's apparently, from everyone that's met her, a lot Dutch, me and you know a lot of people that have met her personally. Apparently is just an unbelievable sweetheart, or was an unbelievable sweetheart. So
a very emotive
sucks.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, it just really sucks.
Yeah.
Apparently Frederick, Maryland, has a big deaf community.
Mhm.
And she was finishing her senior year of high school there, I guess. And she was that's I guess maybe where she lived, but yeah, it was right down the road in Maryland, which sucks. Single car accident.
That's awful.
Yeah, it was totally shocking and fucking tragic. And you know, to speak of her character, because I've said this before when we've talked about these films, it's like if you look on paper, the concept of a character of any kind, let alone a young girl being able to teach Kong American Sign Language and communicate with him and have him understand it, is kind of absurd. That is something that like really has to be pulled off like to precision. And I thought that she was one of the best characters in the whole Monsterverse, but that whole idea doesn't work without her. And I don't think I think because of the fact that she was actually deaf in real life, she understood sort of that like silent darkness that you would get. And like, so when she emotes, as you said before, like you kind of feel that her sincerity comes out in her character. And I feel like if that's like an actress who isn't deaf, trying to play someone who's deaf, you're not getting the same performance. You're not getting that same sincerity. And she is what made that whole relationship with the Kong character work. And I was so surprised by how good that was in Godzilla versus Kong. So that's just what a tragedy. What a fucking tragedy, man.
Yeah, she is really like the heart and soul of the first Godzilla and Kong movie, Godzilla versus Kong.
Agreed. Absolutely, 100%.
Really good. And she was, would that come out in 2020, 2021, maybe something like that? Like,
yeah, it was
COVID.
pandemic. pandemic
COVID,
era.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, she was probably 12, something like that. So, yeah, just, it sucks, man. Really sucks. So yeah, RIP to her, and thoughts and prayers to her family. In other news, we kind of touched on this last episode, but I feel like we should just talk about it anyway. The Batman has been delayed till February of 2028.
God.
Which means that there will have been an 8-year gap?
If it comes out on time, that's 6 years.
6-year gap, excuse me. Which means the length of time it took Nolan to complete his trilogy will have been the length of this gap between the Batman Part 1 and the Batman Part 2. So just
you putting it into that perspective really just kind of
just nuts, dude.
Hit home.
And the DC,
not for nothing, Nolan made a bunch of other movies in that time as well.
Yeah, the Prestige.
yeah.
The Prestige.
Matt Reeves has done nothing.
Yeah,
I think he made the Prestige over the course of that,
and Inception.
And Inception, yeah.
And Inception, right. So
those are the two in between movies.
Just a few small movies.
Yeah.
Between his big comic book blockbusters. Like honestly, DC took like that hit with Supergirl and honestly, man, they kind of need Batman. And I don't know, man. I feel like waiting for this movie is possibly hurting the DCU as a whole. Especially if this movie isn't enveloped.
But the thing is, I was gonna say this is supposedly not part of the DCU.
Of the DCU, exactly. So this whole we want to wait and not do I don't know, man. Shit it off the pot, but also maybe just say these are prequel movies and make the DCU Batman.
I was gonna say you could announce and cast and film a new DCU Batman before that one comes out.
Yeah. Probably.
And then you don't have to worry about Matt Reeves as Batman because it's an Elseworlds tale anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the DC Dark. So why not
merge them? Merge the universes.
New.
That's the best.
Yeah,
best way to go. That's way to go.
Well, I feel like that leads us to the next thing I want to talk about. So let's just move on to the coming soon.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
So we got three trailers I want to talk about. One is big giant trailer. But the first one is Clayface. The second trailer came out today, which thematically and I don't know, visually almost doesn't look like it fits with Superman or Supergirl. It looks much more like
the Reeves verse.
Looks much more like it fits in with the Batman universe.
Here we go.
But
it's gonna happen.
This is part of the DC universe. It is part of Supergirl and Superman's universe. Which leads me to think at some point I wouldn't be surprised if Robert Pattinson's Batman is part of the DCU, even if it's not played by Robert Pattinson anymore. If it's just that was Batman as a kid, and now we have an older Batman.
Well, now you do have an older Batman. Robert Pattinson's going to be.
Robert Pattinson's 42 fucking years old. Yeah, exactly. But he's supposed to be Batman year 2. He's supposed to be 23-year-old Batman. So, but not to get tied up too much more into Batman, but that Clayface trailer is fucking good.
it looks
it's a pretty good trailer. Yeah, it looks gross.
I thought they gave away a lot. I would have liked to have been surprised by some of that stuff. I really liked the first trailer, and there were shots in this one I was super impressed with.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited for that show.
Movie.
Is it a movie? I thought it was a show.
That's a movie.
God.
It's a movie.
Oh shit! All right, even better.
Oh my God.
Somebody on Reddit was like, "How did he get those scissors on the airplane?" Dude, that's your question.
That's it. That's the big question.
His face is melting in the airplane bathroom, and your question is, where did the scissors come from?
Internet is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's undefeated in its stupidity. But yeah, that looked good. And then
go ahead.
Sorry,
go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to move on. So go ahead.
Just really quickly, like I said in the chat thread, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they shot Clayface in Glasgow because it looked like they were using the same place that they shot the Matt Reeves Batman City Hall. like with that, those pillared steps.
Yeah,
You
Glasgow
see
High
that
School,
in-
right in Delaware there.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, I would not be surprised if everybody got together and was like, listen, we got to merge these fucking universes. We got to do this fast. We got to get things. Because, we will have had 2 Superman movies and a Supergirl movie in the time that we've seen a sequel to the Batman. And I think you are right. I think this universe needs Batman. And Clayface is going to be a big test because they're marketing it rightfully so, and it is a horror movie. But Man of Tomorrow is going to be the real test because they need that one to hit. And if that one doesn't hit,
well, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
Man of Tomorrow is quite an ensemble cast. And James Gunn said, I think last week I saw something where he's like, this is not a Superman movie. Superman's in the movie, but this is, Blue Beetle is in this movie.
So what is up with every director wanting to be like in the sequel? Be like, no, it's not a Superman movie. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I don't know,
but it's titled
Civil War isn't really a Cap movie.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
and if it's as good as Civil War, then
then no one's going to be complaining.
Then DCU's rolling. Yeah. So nobody will be bitching about Supergirl, which is fine, as we've established. So. And then was it yesterday? Yes, I think we got the final trailer for Spider-Man. Quinn, you said you didn't want to watch it, but I think you saw it anyway because it was also apparently the one.
No, I saw. I guess not the final one, but I guess the previous one that was right before the Odyssey, so I didn't have a choice. I did, however, close my eyes and hold my ears for part of it.
Okay.
I would love to see it like an average moviegoer. Seeing a grown man doing that in the
cover his eyes, during a Spider-Man movie, yeah.
This guy hates Spider-Man. Holy shit!
What did Spider-Man do to him? But the trailer didn't show a lot. It really was.
No, it showed more footage from the.
It was all
films.
flashbacks of previous movies.
Which you tried to use to trick me into watching it, but I'm on to you.
But again, no indication. Like at this point, with this, next week at this time, I will have seen it. I will be walking out or have just walked out an hour ago.
When's it come out?
Next week.
Next weekend.
Like next week on a Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, I am seeing it at 4:30. No, excuse me, I lied. Next Thursday. I am seeing it at 4:30. So in just under 48 a week and a day, I will have seen it, and probably all of us will have seen it. And I don't know who the villain is. I don't know who Sadie Sink is playing. I'm pretty sure I know, but they've done a really good job of and this trailer tells you nothing. It's very much like a throwback to an old school trailer where you're just kind of like, this looks good, and I want to go see it. And I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm really psyched because from everything I have seen, the director and the writers have a real appreciation for the comics.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I've seen is like an homage to the comics. So I have this sense that it's going to be the type of movie that hopefully that I've been waiting for. And a lot of the older comic fans are.
I think this movie action wise is going to be what you've been wanting in the Spider-Man movies, where Spider-Man becomes an epic badass and really wrecks shop. and does some of those things that you've been wanting to see on screen. I think this is that movie for you.
Yeah, in the opening trailer, which we did watch, he was getting all sad about Ned and MJ, but did not cry, which I thought was an improvement over the previous movies. So if he can maybe throw a punch and not cry, it'll be the best Spider-Man movie yet.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I'm
really hoping that the trailer makes it look like we're going to see a gray Hulk, which would be freaking cool.
Oh, I would love that.
As long as he's savage again, even just for a bit.
He looks kind of mad in that one scene. But again, I feel like there's a whole lot of stuff going on with Sadie Sink's character, who is yet to be named. And some sort of mind control powers that she has that apparently Spider-Man is either immune to or can somehow use his Peter Tingle to get around.
Let's call it his Peter Tingle.
Yeah.
There's the name of the episode. Episode 70.
That's what she calls it in the
they-
movie, right? Aunt May. She calls it his Peter Tingle.
Yeah.
That's right. You know what? Now, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you're
come on, I'm not.
It's also mentioned in the
I forgot about
last
that.
one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not that clever. Come on.
And
You
Andrew
give me too much
Garfield's.
Andrew Garfield says, I have the tingle things, just not for bread.
Yeah. And then, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, and then yesterday, 2 days ago,
2 days ago.
2 days ago, the big trailer dropped. Shocking because most people thought it was going to drop after Comic-Con, which I believe is this coming weekend. But the Avengers Doomsday trailer dropped. And I am immediately sold.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. It feels like
Just like that.
What's old is now new again. We have the Russo brothers coming out the park, swinging for the fences, and it looks like we have a return to form in terms of an Avengers film.
I hope.
We'll see.
Yeah, I hope.
I'm not 100% sold, but I'm in. Like,
I'm with you, Quinn.
I'm seated day one.
I'm gonna see it, but I mean, a lot of the problems I have with Marvel over the last several years are still there. I don't think they can be washed away in a movie that's had no buildup. The buildup for this one is not as strong. Like, seeing the Fantastic Four with the Thunderbolts doesn't really do much for me. You know what I mean? Because both of them had decent movies, but not consequential movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
also, we've just seen so many of these team ups by this point, too.
True.
Yeah.
But also, there's like little things that are less than. There's Shuri as Black Panther instead of T'Challa. There's Sam Wilson as Cap instead of Steve Rogers.
But Steve Rogers is there.
Yeah, Steve Rogers is there. They have Thor talking about how he is scared to get us scared, to get us to appreciate Doom, which is fine. But he didn't talk like that with Thanos. You know what I mean? Who was a universal, in the true sense of the word, universal threat. So I don't know. However, having said that, hearing Robert Downey Jr.'s accent has completely turned me around on that. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
That was like, I was like,
do this.
Is that his voice as Doom? That's fucking great.
Yeah, I went back and
amazing.
rewound that part. I rewound that like 3 times before I watched the rest of the trailer. I was just like,
it sounds perfect. That's what I want Doom to sound like.
People are like, that's not a real accent. That's not a real accent. Other people are like, yeah, it's not a real country.
I'm so happy that because you guys know how easy it would have been for Robert Downey Jr. just to do Robert Downey Jr.'s voice.
Yeah.
It not necessarily Tony Stark, but do Robert Downey Jr. just speak as he sounds.
Yeah.
He put work in and did an accent. That's like, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, the first comment I saw on the trailer was somebody wrote, "I'm the Doom playing the Doom dressed as another Doom." Which is so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sold on that part.
That is hysterical.
I loved the look that Gambit gives Shang-Chi after they square off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, are we going to get a Gambit that's not played for laughs, like a badass Gambit?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I feel like all the X-Men are going to die early.
Oh, I have a feeling that I think all the X-Men will be dead by the end of Act 1.
All right,
Yeah, I feel like
it's all stipulated in their contracts. Like that's it.
Well, no, I just feel like just from the trailer, and again, I'm done with trailers. I don't want to see any more. But I feel like they're going to officially kill the Fox universe.
Yes,
so they can reboot.
think the rumor is that they kill the Tobey Maguire universe immediately,
right?
Which is also because I guess Wolverine is in a scene with Tobey Maguire at the beginning of the movie.
What?
Yeah, so that's the rumor.
Asshole.
I mean, that's the rumor. Who the hell knows?
It's a rumor.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that rumor.
But yeah, I mean, but I have read, and I do think it's true that all of the stuff that was in that trailer is all only Act 1 stuff. So also
That-
people
you
are
know,
saying
that would
don't
make- that would
believe
make
the
sense
things
be-
you're seeing.
That would
Yeah.
make a little bit of sense, because if you remember the Endgame trailer,
Yes, and that's what people
it
are
was
saying. They're also
everything
saying-
prior.
Yeah.
Everything was like almost everything was prior to Thanos getting his head cut off, and it's like you're sitting in the theater like, oh shit, where the fuck are they going from here?
Yeah, and people are even saying so far as like the scene with Thor where he sees Steve Rogers, where he's like, this can't be possible. That's cut in a way where you don't know who he's talking to, and he may be talking to Loki in that scene. So who knows? It could be.
Yeah, but can Loki wield Mjolnir?
No.
Well, can he now? And other people were saying that, but
He might be able to now. Yeah.
Can Loki wield Mjolnir now because he literally
Is he
did
worthy?
save? He did save the entire universe at the end of season 2 of his
That
show.
may make him worthy.
Yeah, so that he could be worthy.
It's just
So-
sort of
That's-
weird that like Captain America in that shot looks like he just jumped out of the 1970s.
He really
Like,
does.
Well, yeah.
So like my the way I personally just really quickly interpreted that shot, and I could be completely off base, but it was like it might be too obvious, like you're saying. Like my interpretation might be too obvious, but it feels like at that point they've already seen Doctor Doom's face, they've seen who he looks like, they're fucked up in their heads. That's why Thor's like, you got to prove it's you.
Yeah.
And then Captain America's kind of like, boom.
Yeah.
But
Or
that might be too obvious though.
Or is that two completely separate scenes and he's saying it can't be possible because he's seeing Doctor Doom's face for the first time? Like it could be any number of things.
It could
That's
be.
true.
You're
You know?
right. You're right.
You know, it could be anything. So
Either way, Chris Evans looks like he stepped off the set of a different movie.
Boogie Nights.
One where he
Boogie
had,
Nights.
one where he had a handlebar mustache that he just shaved.
yeah.
It's definitely Boogie Nights.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm psyched. That final shot of him, although I love the hey pal, would have hit harder had we not already known that he was coming back.
Yeah.
You know,
True.
like it would have been a whole different level of hype. You know, but hype, you know, Spider-Man tickets sold, took a drastic jump. Brand new day tickets took a drastic jump up right after the trailer came out, and they've sold like $20 million worth of tickets for Doomsday already. Because me and Bola were looking at tickets for Doomsday, and it's only at the theaters that are showing that fake IMAX that they're doing. So it's like the standard theaters haven't gone on sale yet. And Bolo, me and Bolo before the show, we were on Fandango looking at the Riverfront in Wilmington, and the 4:30 show on the 17th is all the good seats except for like 6 or 7 are already gone. So
Crazy.
Which is bananas.
Yeah, so you're talking about a movie. Yeah, it's nuts because that we're talking.
So
about
it'll make its money
out.
back.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I would think.
Let's talk about who's not in the trailer.
Spidey, Hulk,
Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yep.
There's, I love that they left them out, assuming they're going to be in it. I don't know that they are.
Or they'll be saved for Secret Wars and bigger roles.
Maybe.
Yeah. Somebody said something about Doctor Strange previously in a storyline in the comics had been sort of like enslaved by Doom, and that's maybe why you don't see him in the trailer.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So who knows?
Doom and Strange in the comics are rivals because Doom is at some point he's the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you do see the that does look like the stairs in the what is it, their sanctum or whatever? Getting blown
Yeah,
off
but
the
it
trailer.
also looks like the X Mansion, and I'm thinking it's the X Mansion.
Oh, yeah, it could be the X Mansion also. You're right.
But
Yeah.
I tried to slow it down to look, but I couldn't tell.
Yeah, you might be right though.
Yeah.
Kevin
No
Feige.
Wanda. I know she's supposed to be dead.
No Wanda, yeah. Kevin Feige, in an interview that I read today, said after Secret Wars, it will establish a streamlined, simplified, single universe that's easier for audiences to follow. Some aspects will feel familiar, but many, many things will be entirely new. Which I think is
like the X-Men.
What we need. Yeah, the X-Men is going to obviously be the bread and butter, I think, of the next whatever happens. But my fear
going to be
is
Wolverine.
Well, my fear more than anything is you can't waste Doom.
No.
You can't waste Doom. You can't
not,
just be like
not after
Doom's,
this many attempts.
You can't be like Doom is the villain for 2 movies and then he's gone. Like even if you never have Robert Downey Jr. show his face again after that, have him do the voice. Doom needs to be the villain in at least one Fantastic Four movie. Like you need to have Doom, and maybe they'll do Doom like Loki, where he pops in and out of things from time to time.
But how do you establish him as somebody that can go like this and stop Thor's fucking hammer,
and then just be a regular villain?
Yeah,
I don't know.
If what you're saying,
there's thousands of comics where he is souped up one way or the other. He steals the Silver Surfer's power at one point. He steals.
We've already seen that.
He steals the Beyonder's power at one point.
Okay, but
so he has achieved like godlike power a bunch and lost it.
Is that going to be the plot of every movie, though? I mean,
maybe.
No, what I'm saying is, if he loses it, he's still the biggest badass on the planet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if he just goes back to being that rather than a god, you can have him pop up in these other stories.
I mean,
plus,
have him be Blofeld.
He's a world figure too. He's the leader of a nation. So you could see him in the freaking United Nations building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Think about how many Bond movies the villain is Spectre, and Blofeld is the leader of Spectre, and you barely see him. You see the back of his head, or
right.
I think you guys really underestimate the Thanos effect in superhero movies because the fucking 10-year long-term build that made this guy badass. Like because people were talking about him being the villain in Avengers 2. How bad would that have been if that were the case? That shouldn't, you know what I mean? Like they building up to Thanos and just seeing everything he was capable of.
I agree and I disagree because you only saw Thanos in after credit scenes. The thing about the Infinity War and Endgame was that you had the buildup of the Infinity Stones more than you had the buildup of Thanos.
Yeah, the opening scene of Infinity War establishes Thanos more than any of the build-up prior. Exactly. When you see him having already gotten 2 stones, and you see a broken Thor,
and then he destroys the Hulk,
and him beat the living shit out of the Hulk,
and then snap Loki's neck,
and then talk in Brolin's voice. You're like, okay, you know what I mean? That's like I think that establishes him as. Really, I think an argument for best villain of all time. I know people always point to Vader.
So what if they start with that and then it's like, okay, well, Thanos is just going to pop up here and there later. Like, you don't get that moment of cinematic satisfaction at the end of Endgame where Thanos fucking realizes that Stark has the Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And that's the first time on his face that you see oh my God, he's lost.
But you know what he does? He sits down like a badass and just dies, which is awesome. Like it's legitimately awesome. And but the thing is, Doom wouldn't do that. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing: it also mirrors him sitting down on his farm.
Yeah, at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah, so that was pretty well done. The Russos know their business, but I don't know. Doom is such a good character that you're right; they cannot waste him. Like they need to. He can't be a 2-movie and done. He can't die.
Nah.
No.
I don't want that to happen.
I'm totally open to if they're going to bring the whole universe down and bring it back going forward, like Feige says, you can bring him back in a new form.
Yep.
And the way you want him to be with a new, obviously with a new actor.
And if Downey likes doing it, why would he not just do the voice, or lend his face to, I mean, think about just in the first Spider-Man movie, the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
He's in, but then he's like, well, I'm not even in the suit. It's just like a hologram.
He felt like 2 scenes.
Yeah. But I mean, why would he not do that? He spends a day on
That's
set.
Why it burns me that Marvel missed such an opportunity because they could have made Ironheart a huge character with Tony Stark as her AI in her helmet.
Yeah.
Which was the case in the comics. And they were like, no, let's just make it a TV show. Now it's not a bad TV show.
It's a good show though. Yeah.
Yeah. But she could have been a real signature character in the series, and they just didn't put the effort in.
She probably wouldn't even be in either of. She probably wouldn't be a thought in either of these movies.
Right.
You know, I wonder if is like Kate Bishop going to be in these movies?
I wish.
Is Kamala Khan going to be in these movies? Like, I hope.
Yo, how about that shot of Mystique with Yelena Baton?
Yeah. So good, dude.
That got me hyped.
Yeah, I know, cool. Dude. It's Marvel's made missteps.
Sure.
Since Endgame, for sure. But I am definitely trending on the side of this looks really promising, and I'm very excited. And
even if it's not Infinity War and Endgame, it's going to be better than what we've seen out of them since Endgame.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
all right, let's move on. And boy, oh boy, let's talk about some shit we saw.
And now, our feature presentation.
All right. So, 3/4 of this podcast has seen the best movie of the summer. Maybe the best movie of the year.
We agreed. Supergirl wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it was Supergirl. So this week, we're going to talk about the Odyssey. The Odyssey. I think for the purposes of discussion, we're just going to be like, this is a 3,000-year-old story, and there's going to be spoilers. So
yes,
you've been warned.
Yeah, if you were spoiled by something, blame it on your education.
Yeah, sorry.
But we will talk about the way Nolan portrays them. So there are going to be some spoilers for the movie.
Yeah. But yeah, the Odyssey dropped last Wednesday or Thursday. I saw it in IMAX. Did anybody else see it in IMAX?
No.
No? Okay.
Did you see it?
Highly recommend
the Riverfront?
Yeah. I would highly recommend seeing it in IMAX. Just goddamn, dude, what a fucking good movie. Just like, this is why I like going to the movies movie. Goddamn, I'm having a good time. Like I'm sitting on my couch and I'm 10 years old and I'm watching fucking Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. or one of the Hercules movies with Steve Reeves, or Clash of the Titans, like I played at the beginning. It's that, but on such a higher level of just everything, effects, artistry, acting, all of it, it's just so fucking good, man.
And a much more serious tone.
Yeah,
this isn't a fantasy movie, even though it is.
Yeah, I mean, it even says right at the beginning, it's like in a time of apparent magic.
Right.
This stuff has happened. So
somehow Palpatine has returned.
Somehow Agamemnon has returned. So, and it basically is. And look, forgive me, I have not read the Odyssey since I was in high school, so I do not remember really beat for beat how the Odyssey goes. But it's the story of Odysseus. And he is recounting parts of the Trojan War, and then his 20 years of attempting to get back home to his wife and son and his city where he's the king of Ithaca, and all of the things that go wrong on that journey, of which there are quite a few. And he ends up as an old man washed ashore on an island where he is being taken care of by Charlize Theron, who is not a bad way to end up.
I was going to say
he's married to Anne Hathaway, so I don't know. I'm an Anne Hathaway guy, so I'd be like, I really want to go home, but
I'm Team Charlize, so I keep eating that flower.
Yeah, but she's feeding him a flower that is apparently keeping his memories suppressed.
Yeah.
And it's never really explained why she's like, stop eating the flower, but she's basically like, you need to stop eating this flower. And then he slowly starts remembering why he's on this island, and that yes, I am married, and oh yeah, I have a kid, and why is it taking me so long to get home? Well, it's taking you so long to get home because first off, you landed on an island where there was a goddamn cyclops, which is a practical effect.
Yo, and spoiler alert for the Cyclops. I was not prepared for the vertical eye slit.
Yeah.
Every Cyclops you've ever seen has had just a normal eye in the center of its head. I was not prepared for the vertical eye slit. I was like, ugh!
It's like his whole face was like deformed and like
his whole face was distorted.
His face was sideways. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, they end up on this island and they follow some sheep into a cave, and apparently there's just a Cyclops there who's making cheese.
But Cyclops, that's like 3 stories tall too.
Yeah, he's a giant Cyclops.
Shout out to Guillermo del Toro, who Chris Nolan acknowledged. My good friend helped me out with this kind of creature.
Yeah,
yeah.
Chris Nolan doesn't do creatures.
No.
So
you can see the Del Toro influence on that creature.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
he does them well.
It's very Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, I like how the Cyclops nonchalantly just starts picking guys up and eating them.
He's like real chill. He's like
not even angry. He's just like, oh look, food.
And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep around y'all, and I'm sure you'll
he doesn't even care that they're in his cave. He's just like, yeah.
And the men are like, why didn't he talk to us? And he goes, well, would you talk to ants?
Yeah,
because that's how he looks at us.
That's after they stab him in the eye with a flaming log.
Yes.
In what was at that point in my life, however, that was shortly surpassed, the loudest sequence I've ever experienced in a movie theater.
When the Cyclops screamed?
When the Cyclops started screaming. Jesus Christ.
Nolan he loves to test the upper limits of theater sound systems, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was loud.
I loved it.
The whole movie was borderline too loud. In my theater, it was jarringly loud.
It's good
to the point where I was like, my dad probably would have walked out.
Yeah, I was telling my parents about it, and then I was like, yeah don't go see it because you'll be fucking mortified by how loud it is.
Yeah, wait for TV where you can pause it or turn it down.
It's so loud, but so they stab him in the eye, and then he starts speaking in English, and he's crying out to his dad, and it's all like you're kind of like, damn,
he's a son of Poseidon.
You're like, that's fucked up, poor guy. He was just fucking living his life.
He was just eating soldiers.
He was just eating the guys. He didn't know they were people. Yeah.
Did you all notice that they just never ran out of fucking warriors to kill?
Well, they did eventually.
It seemed like there were a lot of freaking dudes.
You know what I was thinking last night? It's funny you say that. I was thinking last night, somebody needs to do a Monty Python-esque montage of them running away.
Yeah, because it's all running away.
They run away like
so
6
many
times.
At every island they go to.
Every island that they land on.
So
they're like, we fucked up. Let's get
somebody needs to play like
time to run away.
Benny Hill Yakety Sax and just have them running away. Just a super cut.
So they blind the poor Cyclops and they get out, much like the legend, by disguising themselves as sheep with hay or whatever. And then, just to be a dick, Odysseus just turns around and shoots the Cyclops with an arrow for no fucking reason. Like they're all home scot-free. Even his second in command is like, bro, what the fuck did you do that for?
Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck that Cyclops.
Again, that and one of the other things you mentioned with Charlize Theron's Calypso is Nolan putting a spin on the original text that gets the point across. You know what I mean? Because Odysseus, there's the other thing. There's so many things you can talk about in this movie. But Matt Damon is the perfect person to kind of portray this character, but he's almost too likable. Like everybody is rooting for Matt Damon. But Odysseus is kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Like he's much more of a trickster, like a Loki type character. He's a great warrior, but what he does in the Odyssey kind of famously, once he escapes and the Cyclops is roaring and wants revenge and no one's helping him, Odysseus essentially goes, "Hey, listen, pal, I did this. I'm Odysseus, son of Laertes. Here's my home address. Like, if you have a problem." To which he promptly uses to tell Poseidon, "Hey, Odysseus did this."
Yeah.
And he does it just because of his own ego.
Yeah.
But you don't really get that from Matt Damon. But Nolan uses it to he has him just shoot him.
It's the most
extra
egregious.
time.
It's the most egregious example of him being a dick in the entire movie, and it's almost out of place because it's like because you're like, dude, why the fuck would you do that?
He just showed his bravery because he went back in the cave to save more people.
To save those guys. And then he comes out and shoots the fucking Cyclops. Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck that Cyclops. He shoots him again.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he does.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I liked that Nolan was like, I can't have all these speeches. Like it wouldn't sit right. It wouldn't feel right to have him give this speech. But I'll just get the same point across. I'll have him shoot that guy again.
Yeah, just for no reason. Just to be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, just to the earlier point before I forget, when you were talking about how you don't know why she let him go, in the Odyssey, in the poem, the gods tell her to let him go. Like Hermes shows up and is like, let him go.
Okay.
And she doesn't want to. And he's like, listen, don't test Zeus on this. Let him go.
Okay.
And so she's forced to. But in the movie, as she's letting him go or telling him that she's going to let him go, you can see she's doing it reluctantly. And then there's a peal of thunder.
Oh, okay.
That she side eyes.
Yeah.
And then just goes back to letting him go. And that's just Nolan saying, like, here's a little touch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
cool.
pretty awesome.
Yeah. The other thing I want to, before I forget, is that speaking of gods, throughout the movie, Odysseus talks to Athena, who's played by Zendaya.
Yeah.
Who is not a historically accurate Athena, but in any way, shape, or form, by the way. But
is there a historically accurate
much to Bolo's friend's chagrin? But so yeah, he's just randomly talking to her, and people are like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" And it's Athena. But
I wonder if you like. Does the main audience get that?
Well, I got it. I mean,
first of all, is it true? Is it true? Or is she just a ghost haunting him?
Yeah, I think that's
in his own mind.
That's what it is.
Awesome. Yeah.
There was a scene where he's talking, and then it cuts away and cuts back, and you see she's disappeared, but he's still kind of like it's right. Like he was. Yeah.
Well, so they leave Cyclops Island, and then where do they go? What's the next island they go to? Well, they run away. They run away. They run away.
They run away. That's important.
That's the theme of every island, is that they eventually will run away.
The giants were next, weren't
and there will be
the giant soldiers.
So yes, then they go to an island,
find a baby
they find a soldier. They find a soldier, and they're like, "Hey, soldier, do you have any food?" And the soldier turns around, and it's a giant baby. Maybe not a baby. It's like a giant 8-year-old.
It's a baby
who's taller than them, who immediately starts screaming. And Matt Damon's like, "We need to get the fuck out of here."
It's a hellacious scream too. It's a bone chilling.
It's also very loud. Not as loud as the Cyclops.
This movie does screams really, really good.
It's loud though. Before they can get to their boats, the trees begin moving and trapping some of them. And then the parents of the baby and all of the family and friends and relatives of the baby show up, and they are giant armored men, and they proceed to beat the piss out of Odysseus's guys.
They are knocking people,
and that is really when
through trees.
And that is really when because at that point there's 3 boats full of people. Yeah. And at the end of this, end of this island adventure, there is 1 boat of people left.
Yeah.
So they take a pounding.
Throughout it's important. They run back to the.
They do run away. They run away once again. He even says, "Let's go." So
Robinson ran away.
I watched an interview with Matt Damon today, and they've been making all the rounds. But he said those were practical effects, and what they did is they got giants, 7 feet tall people to play the armored people, and then they got little people, including his own stunt double, who was a woman.
A 5 foot tall woman. Yeah.
to play the soldiers, just so
Yeah.
you see the perspective. They look like children fighting these gigantic people. That's
Yeah.
legit terrifying.
It's legit awesome that they also did that without CG, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of
you could tell there were CGI enhancements. I think.
Oh yeah, for
here
sure.
and there, but yeah.
So throughout this, there is also the side story or the B story of his wife, who's played by Anne Hathaway, who's Penelope, and his son Telemachus, who is played by Spider-Man, and they are Telemachus, and also give some props to
Robert Pattinson.
No, well, yeah.
Or John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
Dude, I couldn't. So
phenomenal in this.
Dude, I purposely I knew so little about this movie going into it. I didn't realize he was.
I didn't realize it either. Yeah,
and I'm watching him, and I'm like, that voice, that face. Oh my god, that is fucking. Yeah. That's the clown from Spawn. No,
yeah, John Leguizamo is in it as one of Odysseus's most faithful servants. Who's a friend to his son, played by Spider-Man. And there are every night, because you have to honor Zeus's law, which is that you cannot turn people away from hospitality, even if they're beggars. So every night, dozens and dozens and dozens of men live in his castle trying to get his wife to marry them.
They're trying to court Penelope.
Because he's been gone for 20 years, and they're like, bro, like, we have no king. Your fucking son's an idiot. I'm right here. I'm Robert Pattinson. Let's get this on. Let's just go. So
Batman with not his Catwoman,
and they're a bunch of slime balls. They're a bunch of just pieces of shit dudes. So then
they're feasting in the hall like every Game of Thrones
every night. Yeah.
Gang of miscreants you've seen.
Yeah, and beating up on poor Spider-Man. Telemachus.
He's such a wuss.
Telemachus. And then they go to another island. And this island, oh boy. This island, they meet a nice lady.
Very nice lady.
She has a lion and a leopard and some birds and some deers and tigers. And they're like, lady. And he's like, at this point, pissed off his crew. So they're like, bro, you need to stay at the boat because we're kind of done with you. And we're going to go look for some food. And he's like, well, I'll go hunt. So at the very least, if you don't get any food, I'll kill a deer or something. So they're like, fine, just try not to fucking shoot any cyclopses while we're looking for food, dickhead. So they meet this really nice lady, and they're like, do you have any food? And she's like, dude, I have so much food, you won't even believe it. And here it is. And she just starts ladling out this stew, and they start eating the stew.
Well, on the way up, though, to the house.
Well, they see the lions and the
There's
tigers.
A lion standing there just looking at him.
Yeah,
then there's a panther standing there just looking at him.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah, it's weird. But they're like, whatever, we're hungry. So they go into this lady's house, and they eat this stew. And it's really kind of gross, the way they eat the stew. I'm not going to lie. The way that's shot. And and that's pleasant compared to what happens next, because she turns them all into pigs.
Yes.
In one of the most horrifically disgusting things I've ever seen. Like, it's all done in practical effects, and it is so fucking weird.
She molds their faces into
pigs. She molds
pigs.
their faces and bodies into pigs. At one point, she sticks her whole arm down this dude's throat. Really, I don't know what she was doing there. Maybe she was giving him a squiggly tail. I don't know. But like, it's so odd, and she's like pulling on their faces.
Well, I got the impression that once they started eating,
they were turning into pigs.
They weren't in control anymore. They just had to keep eating.
Yeah, they were like compulsively eating. Yeah,
right. And it's gross. They're eating like a squid or something. It's really
it's disgusting. Yeah.
I thought it looked rather delicious.
No.
Meanwhile, Odysseus has shot a deer. And then he goes to look at the deer, and it's a man. And then he's like, huh. So then he's like,
he's like, that's a pair of ass cheeks.
Yeah, he said, I should go find my friends, maybe. But his friends aren't around. They're just the lady with a bunch of pigs. And he slowly, through the powers of deduction, realizes that she's turned his friends into pigs, and threatens to kill her bird, which is her sister, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. And she's like, no, don't do that. And he's like, well, turn my friends back. So she does. She's great. That whole sequence with her.
Samantha Morton is the
great.
actress, and she's phenomenal.
She is great.
But Matt Damon's also great in that scene where she's like, "Oh no, they moved on," and he's like, "They left their rings, though."
Yeah,
He's got like a bowl of their rings.
A bowl of their rings, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cool because those guys hadn't done anything to her, but she definitely has had horrible things done to her previously. Which is
but how about when she goes, put your armor and your swords in the back.
Yeah.
And they go and do that, and there's like 1,000 pieces of armor and swords in the back. And then they're like, all right, she's probably all right.
Yeah. I think at that point they were already sort of like enchanted by her or something, probably. But yeah. So so at that point they're all kind of like, all right, I guess Odysseus is okay since he saved us all from being pigs. And also at this point,
they don't run. They don't run away from this place.
They don't run. They kind of hastily walk.
Yeah.
They kind of hastily walk away.
I love the line though when he's like, "You turn your sister into a bird," and she's like, "We get along better this way."
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So at this point, his son has decided, like, I need to get out of here and go look for my dad, even though he's been gone for 20 years, and he ends up on the island where Agamemnon's brother lives, who is played by John Barenthal, whose name escapes me.
It's Sparta. He goes to Sparta,
Yeah, he goes to Sparta, and that's the same character in Troy. If you've ever seen Troy, there is some overlap between these two stories. He's Agamemnon's brother, who in Troy is killed, but who's killed in Troy, but is alive in this version of the story. He's with his wife Helen, who in the movie Troy seems to escape with Paris at the end of the movie. And in this movie, she's back with him, and she's also got a massive scar on the side of her face, which I'm assuming he gave her.
Yeah, so, that's the implication.
Yeah, because she's very hateful towards him. And he tells the story of the Trojan horse, which is
from the inside
of the Trojan horse, because he's inside the Trojan horse, which is
fucking intense, man.
It's nasty. Gross. It's terrifying. It's claustrophobic. They're basically like inside this horse that, unlike in most movies where it's presented as like they just built this majestic horse on wheels,
and they just wheel it in.
Like
a Monty Python. The Holy Grail,
they've built this like horse, and they've kind of purposely let it get buried in the sand. Men are drowning in it because the tide is coming in. They talk about how the men below are getting pissed on and shit on.
What genius, though! What other way could you have done it believably to modern audiences that have seen that a million times? You know what I mean?
It's really cool, but I was like, this just looks
genius.
Awful.
Yeah, it sucks. But it's also there's a similar scene in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
So it's like
a great Nolan movie.
Almost like a Nolan, I don't want to say trope because it's not a trope, but yes, familiar territory for him.
Yeah, and they're dragging, it's not on wheels. So when they drag it into the city, they're literally dragging this giant hollow horse with people in it through the city, along the beach. It's just, some people are screaming, burn it, which is like,
terrifying.
If they just burned it? Yeah, because what if they just decided to burn it,
like the brazen, basically the brazen bull.
Yeah. So it ends up in the middle of the city. But at that point, he's just like, dude, I don't know where your dad is. I don't know. That's the last time I saw your dad.
No, listen, man. How about the detail, though, of the guard stabbing down into the...
Yeah, I was going to
into the horse, into a guy.
And they have to cover his mouth.
Well, not only did they cover his mouth, dude, they wipe the blood off the sword before he pulls it back out.
Yeah.
Before he pulls it out of the horse, they wipe the blood out of it. Amazing.
Bubba, don't you want to see this movie?
I do want to see this movie. I'm terrified about the guys turning into pig sequence, but
you should be. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, but I don't know, man. That's the last time I really saw your dad, and that was a long ass time ago. And then his wife's like, fuck y'all and fuck everything. So then it cuts back to them, and then where do they end up next? The island where they talk to all the dead people. Maybe.
Yes. The where they see the shadows.
The underworld.
So they go to Hades.
Hades.
And he talks to all of his dead soldiers. And they're basically like, look, man, you're going to eventually get back home, but all your guys are going to die. And, and you've got choices you can make, but it doesn't really matter. But you do what you can do. So then they get back on the boat, and he's like, all right, guys, listen, here's what's about to happen. We're about to go by this island with the sirens, and if we listen to their songs, we're going to go fucking crazy, and we're going to die. We're going to jump in the water, and we're going to drown. It's going to be terrible. So you're going to all fill your ears with wax. So they all fill their ears with wax, and they're like, yo, bro, you want to fill your ear with wax? And he's like, no, because I need to hear this shit. So tie me up to the fucking mast of the boat.
He's like, no one's ever heard it and lived.
No one's ever heard it, and
I want to be that guy.
And I'm going to hear it. So, so he hears it, and it's not good. He loses his mind somewhat. And
that
like
whole
that
sequence was another, I thought, just a gut punch from Nolan. It was so well done.
It was so good, dude. And I like that it wasn't an operatic song. It was an orchestral song.
Well, no, I don't think that was supposed to be the siren song. I think that was just the musical.
That's what I mean. I like how they didn't do like a chorus. They
didn't play.
You actually didn't hear the siren
song. No,
you
didn't hear the siren song. They just let you think of what it would be.
So you have to imagine it. You couldn't judge it. And then he describes how it made him feel, which is devastating.
Yeah.
Well, and they did lose one dude.
Yeah, one dude went nuts. Yeah, one dude pulls his earplugs out and goes swimming. But everybody else does survive that incident. And then there's a choice to be made where they have to either.
Well, before you get to that, I just want to say just what an impactful scene that is, because Odysseus realizes that he doesn't want to go home.
Yes, that's when he realized he doesn't want to go home.
You start to get the first inkling that this is because of him. The fact that this is taking so long is because of him, because he doesn't want to go home. It doesn't get into why at that point. Yeah. But it's so deep. The way he describes it is something like, you guys can help me, I forget, but it was like it's the thing that you want most in life, but you can never have it because you already had it and lost it, or something like that.
Yeah.
And they don't explicitly tell you what it is for him, but then he says, I don't want to go home.
Yeah.
So but anyway, then they have to face the monster.
So then they have a choice to make. They have a whirlpool, or they have a series of jagged rocks that they can attempt to go through.
That look too skinny for the boat.
That the boat won't go through. And he knows that they can get through the whirlpool, or he lets them decide, though. He lets his men decide. And Quinn, help me on this part, because I was a little confused here, because he understands, right? If they go through the whirlpool that they'll survive, but he has to let them make the choice.
He knows that if they take the rocks, half of them will die.
Yeah.
If they take the whirlpool, all of them will die.
Six of them. It was six of them will die.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yes.
So that's what the people in the underworld told him.
Yeah.
If you take that way, you'll lose this many. If you take the whirlpool, you're all fucked.
Yeah. So they don't take the whirlpool way, and then this monster that lives in the
Scylla,
whatever
it is.
Yeah, which is like
one is Scylla and the other is Charybdis.
Yeah. It grabs some of the men, and then he's like, well, if we went the other way, we would have died, and it's a sacrifice I had to make.
Well, they accuse him right there. They're like, you knew. That's why you wanted to do this, is because you knew.
Now, mind you, Bolo, the Cyclops from way back multiple islands ago, is the son of Poseidon, who is the god of the ocean. So this entire time, Poseidon's fucking with him. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's got their boat going just wherever he wants. So the boat ends up on this island, and they're starving. Another island, and they're starving. And he's like, "Look, I know for a fact that there are some amazingly delicious cows on this island, but if we kill one cow, you will all die."
These are Zeus's cows.
These are literally Zeus's personal cows. So if we kill them, we will die. So let's just go to this island and replenish our supplies and get the fuck out of here. But of course, then Poseidon takes and he's like, nope, the wind is now going to constantly be blowing the wrong way. So you're going to be stuck on this island to the point where finally one night Matt Damon sees a distant bonfire and he goes and peeks around and there's all of his men eating a cow.
A big barbecue.
Refresh my memory though, because those are supposed to be the cattle of Helios. Helios, the sun god. Like you said, they weren't Zeus's. They were. Or did they combine that? Did I just remember that wrong?
I thought there was definitely
because I remember
whoever
saying
whoever it was, you were definitely getting punished by Zeus.
Yeah, that was supposed to be
and I'm not sure. I think they mentioned Zeus in the underworld.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they said the sun god's cattle. That would make it Helios.
Maybe you could be right. I don't.
You're right.
I don't really.
Well, either way, these motherfuckers slaughter a cow and
they eat that cow. And he's like, "You dumb idiot! I fucking told you." Don't eat the goddamn cow. And they're like,
he's like, I just wanted you guys to live. That's all.
Yeah. And he's like, well,
very matter of fact.
He says it just like Dutch just.
Yeah. He's like, that's like a disappointed.
You know what?
Get disappointed dad. He's like, I tried. Like, what the fuck?
I just wanted you guys to live. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
And at
that's all I was trying to do.
And at that moment, the wind changes and they can get off the island. And then in the span of 45 minutes, the previously loudest sequence in the movies that I've ever experienced is surpassed by the loudest sequence in the movies I've ever had in my entire life. This goddamn storm at sea, which is filmed in such a way that I almost wanted to get seasick. It is fucking bonkers. It's so good.
The lightning flashes were blinding.
Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, then that's where he ends up on Calypso's island, which sort of like brings us to present day.
And his ship is torn to pieces.
Yeah, his ship is torn to pieces.
Bringing the pieces to shore to make rafts.
Yeah. So he kind of then at that point's like, he's remembered everything. He's remembered he's got a wife and a kid. He's like, how long have I been on this island? She's like 7 years. He's like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So at that point, she's like, you just need to make a raft and just go. And so he makes the literal smallest. It's like the fucking thing that like Leonardo DiCaprio was trying to lay on in Titanic.
It's very Tom Hanks Castaway raft.
Yeah, he like gets on this fucking raft.
Not even. Tom Hanks was better than that.
Yeah. It actually is true. Tom Hanks has had a sail at least. So he gets on this raft and like lays there and then just ends up back at Ithaca. In the meantime, now, you know, his wife is like, look, we don't have a king. His people are like, look, the people from the sea are going to come. Throughout the movie, you hear about the people from the sea, which are like marauders and bandits. They're going to come and destroy civilization.
Yeah.
So he ends up washing ashore. He decides he's going to dress. Now, the third act is fucking fantastic. He decides he's going to dress.
The third act is so good.
It's so good. He decides he's going to dress as a hobo. Because instead of just being like, I am back your king, he's like, yeah, I'll fuck with these people for a while.
Well,
so
who was it? Who told him don't go? Which one of his guys told him go back in disguise?
Yeah. So he does. He goes back in disguise as a hobo.
I don't remember which one it was. Sorry.
But in the original poem, I just to show you his character, he's got no reason to lie, but he still lies to everybody.
He's got no reason to lie.
Lies to every single person.
Yeah, I feel like in the movie he didn't have a. He was like, why not just be like, no, I'm back. Okay,
No.
Here I am. Yeah, get the fuck out of my castle. But no, so he goes back. He happens to be there at the same time where his son is going to a temple where they're going to assassinate him. He's not aware of this. Right. So he ends up saving his son's life from these assassins who are.
That was also on a different island.
Oh yeah,
his son set sail. He had to set sail and go after him. That happened on yet another island.
Yeah. That's a badass scene where he saves his kid. Not gonna lie, but he saves his kid, and at no point is he like, "Oh, by the way, I'm your dad." He's just like, "Yeah, I knew your dad. He was cool. He's actually really cool."
Well, he begins taking the name of Elliot Page's character, I believe, right?
Yes, not Achilles, not Achilles, Bolo, Sinon. He takes the name of Sinon. Who was a young child that Robert Pattinson's character
it was supposed to be his brother.
No,
he was just like a field hand son.
Oh, okay.
And Robert Pattinson's dad paid for Sinon to take Antonius's place.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you for reminding me.
I mean, there's lots of small details I'm leaving out. I'm just getting the bigger picture.
Sure.
So he ends up getting back to the city. He has a long conversation with his wife. And again, Quinn or Dutch, thoughts on this? She, at the end of that conversation, knows that he's him, there, right?
She knows he's there. I don't know if she knows that that's him specifically.
I can tell you in the poem it's ambiguous or not whether she's playing along with him. But in the movie, all you know for sure is that she knows he's telling the truth because he talked about the pin. So she knows Odysseus is alive.
Yeah.
And she believes him because he was able to describe him correctly.
You'd think she'd never forget the sound of his voice, though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But remember the old nurse lady recognizes him.
Yeah.
And he shuts her down.
That's an awesome scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a flashback where he gets injured by a boar in his leg, Bolo, and then he's talking to his wife, but his wife doesn't know it's him. And the servant lady comes and washes his feet, and she sees the scar, and she freaks out and spills the water. And he kind of gives her a look of like, "Yeah, it's me, but keep your trap shut off. I want to play this funny joke on my wife and kid." I got
more lies to tell.
I haven't seen in 20 years. I could get laid tonight, but I'd rather do this. But then he gives that speech, which is the reason why he didn't come home, which is because of what he did to Troy, which was he broke Zeus's law because they built this horse as a gift, and it was a trick to get into the city and to kill everyone in the city. And then you get the flashback of the Battle of Troy.
Yeah.
And it is fucking incredible. They drop out of the horse and they open the gates. And even the sequence of them opening the gate is so tense and so good.
Yeah.
And dude, when they open the gate and Agamemnon is standing there in his armor.
Like Darth Vader.
Most badass fucking... He is Greek Darth Vader. It is so badass and so fucking awesome. And then it's just like a 15-minute battle sequence of them just obliterating this city.
It was the same kind of sense that you got from the Two Towers. Like it was very Lord of the Rings battle, like as epic and awesome. With Nolan directing, so it was better. You know what I mean?
So
it's
good,
just
dude.
amazing.
It was so good.
That fight scene in Troy is wild, but you see Matt Damon's character, you see Odysseus seeing the horror of what's happening in that.
He doesn't even fight that much, really. He's just more staggering around like, Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck is... Yeah,
what did I just do?
Yeah, what did I do? What he's looking at. Yeah. And it's kind of, as an aside about Agamemnon, when he takes his armor off, he's Benny Safdie, which is so fucking funny to me. It's literally Benny Safdie is the guy who plays Agamemnon. He's just this tiny little dude. But in his armor, he's ridiculous. But and then you see a scene of they're at the Temple of Athena, and there's a priestess, and it's Zendaya, and she's begging for her life, and some dude swings his sword down, and right as it gets ready to cut her head off, you see somebody cut the head off the statue of Athena. Yeah. And that's why he keeps having this conversation with this person who may or may not be. It may have just been this priestess that he feels horrible about.
You can interpret it as Athena taking her form or the ghost of this girl haunting him. Either way you want to, either way works. And I don't think they definitively tell you, although the poem, the Greek gods are very present in the poem. Like physically, there's no ambiguity about it. But I don't think you could do that today and not change your movie into something ludicrous.
Yeah, so, a lot of the older movies, like Clash of the Titans or like Jason and the Argonauts. Yeah. Like anytime you see the gods in those movies, they're just being assholes for no reason, and you get the impression in this movie that like they're just assholes. Like, why is Poseidon just being a dick? You know what I mean? Like, just he just wants to go the fuck home.
But I love the writing, dude. When he's talking to Athena and he's like, I don't understand the gods. And she's like, what's so hard to understand about thunder and lightning?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? Like it's so good. It's really effective.
So yeah, the basic gist of his speech is like, what I did was so horrible that I couldn't come home because it was awful.
Right.
And like we are the people from the sea. Like the people from the sea that people are afraid of is what we were to Troy.
Yeah,
So,
like breaking Zeus's law has essentially ended civility.
ended civilization basically. Yeah.
Right. It's like an apocalypse. And you know, now that we talk about it, think of Oppenheimer. It's the same thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like the parallel with Oppenheimer, where look at what I've just done.
How can I live with myself?
Yeah, I've changed the world, and not for the better.
Yeah. So he's like, listen, tomorrow, create a test and marry whoever can win the test.
She says that to the suitors.
Yeah.
Or no, what does she tell?
So at that point, Spider-Man realizes that he is his dad, and he's like,
well,
don't worry.
It's important to realize. It's important to point out how he realizes it's his dad.
Because of the dog.
The dog.
There's a whole thing with I thought about you the whole time with the dog.
Which
Quinn hates this shit with the dog.
I do.
Yes.
I'm like,
I knew it was coming, but
they threw the fucking puppy off the fucking cliff early in the movie. I was pissed about that, man.
Dude.
Yeah. I forgot about the puppy off the cliff.
Fuck.
Let's talk about how Robert Pattinson plays such an awesome asshole.
Oh god, he's so good.
He looks like that in the trailer.
Oh, dude, he's such a slimy piece of shit. Dude.
Yeah,
he is perfection in that role. He's probably, to me, the standout performance, and there's a lot of great performances. And he is just flawless. You hate him. He plays smarmy great. He plays fake charming great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Very slick. Very.
Every time he says something, like even when he says something bad, I'm like, "Oh, that sounded so good. I hope they don't buy that."
Yeah, everything. Yeah. He knows exactly how and when to be self-serving and how to ultimately go towards what he wants.
But when he says to, like, when they're doing the contest and he says to everybody, he's like, "Look, the queen's made her point. We get it. We're not Odysseus. We understand." And I'm like, "Oh, I hope nobody falls for that shit. Look how charming he is."
Yeah.
You hate him so much, and that's a testament to how good an actor he is.
But his dying dog, who Robert Pattinson's character Antonius puts on a literal pile of shit,
dung heap.
His dog waits for him to come home and dies the moment they reunite, and that's when
he sees him. Yeah.
That's when Spider-Man is like, because remember. Odysseus tells him bury him up on the cliff or whatever, and he's like,
"That's how he knows. That's where he met."
You guys met. Yeah. But dude, him on the dung heap, and they just drop little, just heartbreaking things because it's been 20 years, and Leguizamo's like, "I've never seen a dog live 20 years."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's old. He can't move.
He waited faithfully for
Odysseus. And when Odysseus just puts his hand on his head, you see the tail.
Wag,
not even wag.
Yeah.
Just,
you know what I mean?
It flicks a little, whatever. It was like the last strength that the dog had in its body. Was to acknowledge Odysseus. Like,
oh my god! If you're a dog lover, maybe just skip that part.
Yeah.
So that's when
throwing puppies off the fucking cliff.
He only throws one puppy. Come on.
They threw many more, I'm sure.
I'm sure, but many we don't see. But so that's when he realizes that's his dad, and he's like, "Well, you're gonna be outnumbered, and you won't have any weapons." And he's like, "Your mother will ensure that I have a weapon," which is what makes me think that she knew it was him the whole time, because she says,
it's her idea. The contest is her idea. Yeah. And Odysseus is pretty much just like brilliant. That's genius.
She's like, "Meet here, and we're gonna do a contest, and whoever can do it will win my hand in marriage."
If she knew it was him and he was just back, what was the point of the fucking contest?
Because he's a fucking maniac.
Well, I think they needed all the suitors in that room.
Yeah.
So that was like we're calling everybody. Everybody's coming.
So a lot of you guys are getting killed.
So the contest, Bolo, is that she sets up a bunch of axes in a way where they're crisscrossed like this.
There's 12 sets.
There's like
So
12 of them.
but so it looks like 12 X's.
And there's like a tiny little slot that you can shoot an arrow through. But that's not the only thing you have to do, because apparently Odysseus had a parlor trick where he was the only one who could string his bow, because his bow apparently is very strong, and he would string it in a way where he had to put the string from one and the other. Then he would quickly shoot the arrow, and he was just cool. So she's like. So she's basically like, yo, if anybody can do this thing my husband did, like, here you go. And, and he's also dressed as a bum. And he's like, well, I want to hang out with you guys. And they're like, fuck, get the fuck out of here, you
can't violate Zeus's law. You got to let everybody in.
And she's like, you can't violate Zeus's law. Anyone's allowed in here. I have to let him in here. And now we're locking the doors behind you all. And a bunch of people go through the attempting, and nobody can, and they're all like, this is ridiculous. This is a farce. And then Robert Pattinson's like, all right, we get it. No one's as great as your husband was. So why don't you just marry one of us and get it over with? And then he's like, I would like to attempt it. And they're like, you fucking bum, shut up. And he's like, I won't shut up. I'm going to try it. And she's like,
he's like, for shits and giggles, man. Just let me.
Everybody in the room is welcome to try.
Yeah, and she's like, what's the worst gonna happen? I'll make a fool of myself. So he immediately strings the bow and shoots it.
Well, no, actually, if you remember, he tries, but it's almost like
he kind of like plays it off,
and then it's like and then dude, that moment when he plucks, that's
his thing. He always
call back to the first act.
Yeah, he always does a pluck where he'll be like,
she's walking back up, and she turns her like the way he just plucks to get her fucking attention. And
and then she realizes that, oh yeah, it is my husband. Let me lock this other door.
and fuck me a ghost.
While he fucks everybody up, and then he proceeds
while he turns back into Jason Bourne in the middle of this room,
and then he proceeds to fuck everyone up.
Meantime, there's a side plot where Telemachus is trying to stop. What's his fucking face from?
There's an armory. There's an armory upstairs, and one guy runs up to the armory and is trying to break a hole through the floor to throw weapons down,
which he succeeds in doing.
And he eventually does get to it, but Spider-Man is trying to stop him, and Spider-Man's having trouble with a one-on-one fight. Meanwhile, his dad's down there fighting like 40 dudes with nothing but bow and arrow. And eventually
he stabs so many bitches with an arrow, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome,
so
dude.
many.
Yeah. And when I tell you, dude, because I read it in high school and I vaguely remembered it. And when I'm telling you, I was stress eating Twizzlers. I made at one point I was consciously like, dude, I gotta stop eating these. I was like, I was just like constantly eating them. So. Yeah, at one point he breaks a hole through the floor and he's throwing stuff down, and Robert Pattinson's character's hiding behind a pillar, and he's like, "Get the shields, get the shields," and then he's like, "Get the spears, get the spears."
We forgot though. Before that even breaks out, when they're all at the table, Odysseus just walks by him. Is like, I have some of yours, and drops the lot that should have been his.
That's like the side plot we haven't really talked about, but yeah. It's awesome.
Showing him, hey, remember when you were a coward back, 20 years ago? I do. And it just drops that and keeps walking.
Yeah. Because they did a drawing and he's got the thing that would have sent Robert Pattinson off to war.
But it was given to...
but he gave it to Sinon.
He's given to Sinon. He has it, and he's going to give it back to Robert Pattinson one way or the other. So,
But then it shows during the fight, it shows Robert Pattinson, his true nature. He's such a coward.
Oh, yeah.
And he is shouting out orders to everybody in the room from behind his little pillar where he's cowering.
Now,
repeatedly.
Yeah. I also love that throughout as the fight progresses, more and more people just start kneeling down.
Yep.
As to be like, I am not fighting you. Fuck this.
Nope.
His loyal servants start kneeling down,
which is awesome.
Well, but even like some of the suitors, even like are like, no, fuck this. I'm gonna.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna kneel to the king.
Yeah.
And then
which is the first thing I would have done once he shot the arrow through.
Once
he strung the bow and shot the arrow and was like, "I'm back, motherfuckers!" Immediately, I would have kneeled down.
I'm kneeling down immediately.
Just go with the rest of the bums in the back and just watch.
I mean,
all hell
there's a
break
sequence where he grabs two of the axes that are tied together and puts them together as one giant axe, and is just swinging the piss out of people. Yeah.
It is so satisfying after you've sat through adventures and trials and everything while all that tension is happening back home. For him to bring his violence to that room is so satisfying.
It's so good, man. It's so fucking good. So, it ends. Of course, he ends up one-on-one with Robert Pattinson. For what it's worth, he stuffs the guy. He stuffs the whatever you would call it,
the pin, whatever.
It's called the lot. Yeah.
The drawing that would have sent him off to war. He sticks it in his mouth and then stabs him to death. And then
he says, "I give you back your shame."
Yeah, which is awesome. Yeah, he's so fucking dude.
What a line.
Yeah, it's so goddamn good. And then he's like, and then it does the fake out death for a half a second.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Nah, I'm not dead, but we can't live here anymore." And then it cuts to
suddenly Telemachus has the throne.
Yeah, and then it cuts to him and Anne Hathaway on a boat, and Telemachus is the king, and he's like, "All right, that was one hell of an Odyssey I had." And then nothing.
On to the next.
Now starts playing, and the end movie's over.
Yeah. But he's leaving because he has to go honor the fallen men.
The men that
he left behind because
he has to sail into the west.
He had left so many dudes, and they poke him about it in the underworld.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're like, "You're gonna have a bunch of angry dudes down here, unless you pay them their respects."
Yeah.
So he has to make up for some of his.
I wonder what that entails, though. Like, what the fuck is he actually supposed to do?
I don't know.
Like, what?
I
feel like
awesome.
what about just standing on the cliffs by his fucking his castle and just being like, "Listen, guys, I'm fucking sorry."
But I've heard that, like a lot of the researchers and historians think that, like the island they're talking about that he has to sail to, is almost North America. Like it's on the other side of the world.
Yeah,
that he's supposed to go to.
Interesting.
So I don't know why, but
all I know is Odysseus will return in Avengers Doomsday.
He'd be one of the best ones.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? He's going to reunite with Tom Holland and fucking John Bernthal. So, I mean.
Yeah. He'd be like, "Dude, I killed 50 men with a bow and 5 arrows." What do you want
fuck you, Hawkeye.
As I say, Hawkeye's just like, "Well, fuck me, man. I'm out."
Spring this shit and then talk to me.
Yeah. All right. Dutch, what do you give it?
Whew, man. Honestly, I feel like I don't want to give it fucking 10 out of 10 just because.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to not give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going 10 out of 10. I'm going 10 out of 10 Van Helsing. You know what, dude? This movie is the kind of big scale, grand fucking filmmaking that we don't get anymore. Because unless your name's Christopher Nolan, you don't get to do this shit.
Dutch, I was going to say the exact same thing. Like, I feel like in the last half of my life, the quality of movies, like we're talking Best Picture winners, has been less than it was when I was a kid.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
I feel like this one fits the bill. This is the kind of thing that I've been looking for. I can totally understand it's not for everyone. You know what I mean? The structure in which they tell it, which a lot of it is flashback. The pacing between the current scenes and the flashback scenes is almost jarring. It is super loud. It does have more than a few jump scares for some reason.
Yeah. I was going to say, the movie never feels like 3 hours, though.
No. Dude, when Clytemnestra stabs Agamemnon, that's as startled as I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, I jumped. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally sat through Pet Cemetery more stoically than that.
Yeah.
So that scared the shit out of me.
I jumped and then was like, I didn't jump there. Like,
Honestly, guys, like this, like I said, this just reminds you of. Think about the fact that there was a time in cinema when going back to like the worldly epics, like King of Kings, Ben-Hur, fucking Ten Commandments. This is what always used to be a thing, and we don't get it, especially on this level. Like we get CGI versions of this. We don't get some guy going out on the freaking ocean and us seeing every little wave, and it's 100% real. It's 100% in camera. It's wonderful.
And I feel like if this movie doesn't resonate with you, it's the story itself, the 3,000-year-old story that is not resonating with you. Because the story as it is handled beautifully. Like you could not adapt it better in my eyes.
I agree. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And the only thing that keeps me at 9 instead of 10 is it's not an original work. You know what I mean? It's an adaptation of something else. But I can't recommend it highly enough. I love this movie. I feel like you could watch it several different times and get something different out of it every time. Nolan's movies are like that anyway. But yeah, I'm going to go see it in IMAX. I'm going to look for an IMAX theater that's better than the freaking Waterfront where Brian saw it.
Dude, make the trip to King of Prussia if you can get tickets to the.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
Crazy is that tickets it's sold out constantly.
The same thing happened with Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer was sold out like into August when it came out.
Yeah, it's going to be sold out in August probably. So I agree fully with what you both said. They don't make movies like this anymore. Like Best Picture movies now are like, well, it made me feel sad, or
like
it made me feel a certain way. But dude, this is just like a goddamn epic fucking movie. Like if Ray Harryhausen had an unlimited budget to do what he wanted,
and had the clout
to do it, like it's like
I can't say it's particularly fun. You know what I mean?
But I loved it, and it didn't feel like I sat there for 3 hours. And when I came home and I thought about it a little bit more, I liked it more. And as I talked about it with people at work, I was like, man, I liked it more than I even thought. And now tonight, as we talked about it, I'm like, dude, it's so fucking good.
It's amazing. It's one of the best films that we will see. It's on the register of our favorite movies, I think.
Yeah, big scale storytelling.
It's my favorite movie I've seen in many, many, many years. It's just fucking great. I give it a 9. I'm between a 9.5 and a 10. I'll probably for right now say 9.5. But that could change to a 10. It's easily.
Polo, I need you to go see this movie and give it 10 out of 10 Van Helsings. Come on, man.
It begs the question: what are our 10 out of 10 movies?
Yeah, I mean, this probably you know what? Fuck it. I'll say it. It's a 10. I'll give it a 10.
It's
because I can't think of anything that I would give a 10 above it.
The fucking chutzpah of the film, dude. Just everything that the audacity. Dude, of the Odyssey. It's like fucking it's insane.
And I honestly want to see it in IMAX. I'm probably going to see it at the Riverfront. I'm not going to King of Prussia.
The Riverfront IMAX is just a bigger screen. I don't get the IMAX experience out of it.
It's huge, dude. That screen.
I know, but it's just not. I don't know.
I mean,
I've been in IMAX theaters before where it seems like you're in the world.
Yeah,
and the Riverfront just seems like a giant screen.
It is
what our
gigantic
IMAXs
screen.
are here. So
yeah, it's a giant screen. But I will say I'm glad I saw it on that screen. Everyone should go see it. It's phenomenal. Forget the bullshit from I know rage bait sells. It is not woke. It is not I
think the characters that people are worried about have like a combined 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about real quick about how the casting is pretty much to perfection? And I think if anything, the weakest performance is Tom Holland. And
Tom Holland. You're right.
Yeah.
And he's not bad. But just that's kind of telling you the caliber of like what Nolan was able to assemble.
It's an amazing
and also like it's hard to gauge his performance because Telemachus is a weaker character.
Yes.
Like he's supposed to be a weak character, and Tom Holland he just does it naturally.
He fits the role.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does, at least in the poem, he does kind of like butch up by the end. And I didn't really get that from Tom Holland. Like he does
in the poem, Odysseus wrecks shop more so at the end than he does in the movie. Because in the movie, there's certain parts where I was like, "Is he gonna die?" But in the poem, he just fucking annihilates everybody in the room.
He's like a Greek hero in the.
They string up all the women, like it's much more unpleasant.
Oh, that's why if I have pet peeve in the movie, it's that traitorous serving girl. You never see what happens.
Yeah,
to
you
her.
don't see what happens to her. Yeah.
I think the last thing you saw of her was her
getting locked in the room.
She was.
She like hides under a table.
Yeah, and that was it. That's the last thing we saw of her. She never got her come. Wait, actually, weren't there? Her character had a twin brother in the movie, didn't she?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Am I just crazy? Am I crazy?
Maybe.
Yeah, fucking fantastic movie. Everyone should go see it. Everyone should go see it. Fucking phenomenal. I know we're running long, so real quick.
Back in the day.
But I would be remiss, and Dutch would never forgive me, if I did not say and remind everyone and celebrate the fact that Aliens was released on July 18th, 1986.
Yeah.
Of course, the sequel to Alien, starring Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, Paul Reiser, Lance Henriksen.
That might be a 10 out of 10.
That's a 10. No, actually, I give Aliens as a 9 out of 10. The original Alien.
I think, I prefer the original Alien.
I love Aliens probably 1,000 times more than the original Alien.
Oh my god!
That said, I saw the original Alien as an adult,
Dutch,
and I saw Aliens when I was a kid. So,
what was that, Brian?
I thought you would like Aliens more as well. I'm actually surprised. I
thought
I would be the dissenting voice that liked Alien more.
That was the case when I was younger. I always preferred Aliens more, but then like over the years, I just came to really appreciate the horror aspect, just how everything. That's about why I like Alien ages so fucking well, and especially in the HD era, dude. Like some of those like the 4K and like the Blu-ray and shit like that. Everything just looks so gorgeous in that film.
Yeah, I like Alien more because it is more of a horror movie, and Aliens is more of an action movie. And as an action movie, it is phenomenal. Yeah. Obviously directed by James Cameron, who was a hot commodity after Terminator. Has anyone ever heard the story of how he presented it to the executives when he was?
No.
He wrote. And this may or may not be a true story. He wrote Alien on a chalkboard and then drew an S at the end of it and said Aliens, and then he turned the S into a dollar sign.
That's a great story, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
Dutch, you're the music guy.
Dude, you read my mind. You read my mind.
Is the same music as Wrath of Khan or what?
Yes. Well, I mean, you could say that for a lot of James Horner's score. Rest in peace. A lot of his scores, I should say, but like the like when Ripley's going to, it's called Ripley's Rescue. It basically reuses like the Khan theme, which is like a danger motif.
When the Reliance attacking the Enterprise, it's the same music.
Yep. And then there's like the Genesis countdown, and then this one has a track called Bishop's Countdown, and there's a lot. there's some similarities, but this movie, that track, Bishop's Countdown, became like the movie trailer track after that. Just like that ending. Brian,
you're going to have to find it and play it for us next intro.
Yeah, I'll look for it. James
just going crazy.
He called the entire production of the film a nightmare, James Horner.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently it was a difficult production, but some of his score was also not used in the movie, but was used in Die Hard, apparently, too.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. During its opening weekend, it earned $10.1 million, which made it the #1 movie of the weekend, ahead of Karate Kid Part 2.
Less than Supergirl.
Oh, my God. No, we're talking about Supergirl.
We're talking about $1986.
We're talking about Supergirl 84 at this point.
Yeah, it would finish its run at $85 million. Making it the 7th highest grossing film of 86, behind any guesses?
of 80. Okay, second highest.
Top Gun?
80,
Seventh highest, not second.
so I think second. I'm like seventh highest.
seventh,
behind.
seventh,
So we're gonna guess the 6 movies that are ahead of it in 86.
Yeah, if you can, in any order, sure.
Okay, 1986.
Quinn just
Top
said
Gun.
one. Top Gun.
Top Gun.
I said one previously, just a moment ago.
Was Star Trek 4 86 or 87?
Yes, it was.
That was one of them. That's one of them. Okay, I thought so. Because Challenger explosion.
Karate Kid 2.
Karate Kid 2 is one of them.
2.
One of them we discussed very early on in the show before Dutch was a regular.
Interesting.
Adventures in Babysitting.
No.
I don't know.
It was so it was behind Back to School, Star Trek: The Voyage Home, The Karate Kid Part 2, Platoon, Crocodile Dundee, which was the number 2 movie of 1986, and of course the number 1 movie of 1986, Top Gun, which did 176.8 million for the year. So yeah, there you go. So that is Aliens. I would be remiss if I did not at least mention it. But obviously, the big story for the episode was the Odyssey, because goddamn, it's good to just see. It's just good to have a movie like that where you're just like, man, this is just fucking good. And it's, it's not a superhero movie, and it's not a remake, and it's not a reboot. Well, I mean, I guess it is a remake or a reboot in a sense, but you know what I mean.
It's a retelling of a story that has been told.
Story, yeah. And then
but on a grand scale.
Yeah.
Off
Epic
scale.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna lose Quinn because he's walking his dog. This guy.
All right.
Fucking guy. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Next episode will be all of us, I would assume, discussing Spider-Man, because that comes out the week this episode drops. So a week from the
Next
time
week.
you're here.
A week from next week.
Yeah, a week from next week. And then our next episode will be Spider-Man, and I'm sure we'll have some other fun stuff.
Maybe
please give
Bola
us...
will have seen the Odyssey at that point.
I will make it a point to try to get out to see the
I'm sure
Odyssey.
you'll have seen Spider-Man at the very minimum. So
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody listening. Give us 5 stars if you would be so kind. You can always shoot us an email at genxlounge@gmail.com or through the link in the app description. And yeah, having said that, thanks so much for listening, and go see the Odyssey, because it's fucking great. So see you all next time.
I can't believe you motherfuckers got Dr. Doom. Sons of bitches.
That's right, we got Dr. Doom, baby.